Good to have you guys. Welcome to Facebook 137. In Search of Awesome, MC Live. Got a very special guest tonight. I'm just so excited just to, the divine intervention, the universe kind of part of the Red Seas. Sharon Kunkel, wait till you see this one. Lindsay Johnson, level one. She just completed her first month, well into her second month. Her story is just extraordinary. First month behind the chair, you guys, as a level one, $7,400. That's called, like, make it big, boom, boom on steroids. And inside of that first month, 90 referrals. Now, she didn't do 90 referrals in 1 month, but she booked 3 months of 90 referrals at 30 referrals a month. I don't know. I've not seen that done before. It's just extraordinary. She's from Hair Perfection, Richmond, Virginia. Salon owner, Miss Jennifer. She wants me to introduce her as Jennifer from Hair Perfection. Jennifer Hair Perfection, just like Michael Cole Summit, right? Fidel, and she's going to be on our show as well. The Summit coach is Deb McMahon, and they just got a super duper thing going there. And as I always do, I always like to qualify and really show some stats so that you can really be paying attention when I bring Lindsay out. She is trending. If the next 10 happens like the last 6 weeks, she's going to have a $55,000 first full year behind the chair. Like I said, 7,400 in service, 100 guests, 90 referrals, booked over 3 months. Average service day already in her first month behind the chair, 355. Average service ticket is 70. Rebook 52. RTS is 15%. That's not too bad, you guys. As a matter of fact, I would say call up Guinness Book of World Record. I think we're trending something. She's got an extraordinary story. I'm not going to get too much into it, but there's her timeline here. Graduates from high school in 12 and in hair school in 2012. She begins her career in a barbershop, and you can see that in 15 and 16 and 17 what her earnings were, 30-something, 40-something. She goes into a Summit salon, starts getting, under coaching and Jennifer's leadership, and all of a sudden, $55K as a first full year as a Summit stylist. It's just one more testament. She's got her game going big time on social media, you guys. Look at iPhone XS, just like me. She's got the bomb on steroids, man. 641 followers on Instagram. Her Instagram handle, you're going to want to follow her. And we're going to take you to her page tonight. Hair by Lindsay's, and that's HARBYLIINDSS_. You'll find her tonight. I'll take you on that ride. And already 25 guests a week, about 15 photo shoots. Every color guest gets a photo shoot, so she's very, very intentional about who she's offering photo shoots to. About 30 pics inside of a typical photo shoot. So she's in the game big time. 75% of the guests are reposting pictures, her favorite pictures of them on their pages. I'd like to suggest that's probably why she's driving at 90 referrals inside of her first 90 days, or they're doing selfies. So she's in the back. She's got an extraordinary story, and I'm gonna go back and get her. Let's keep our fingers crossed that the Wi-Fi gods are working, and we'll see if what's going on. And if there she is, give it up for her, will you guys, Lindsay Johnson? Did you hear me bragging on you?
Yes.
Oh, it's just wonderful to have you on. And before I start, I absolutely love your tattoo, the work you got going on your left arm. That's got to be your memorial, right? So anytime you're fragile, you just touch the tat.
It brings a lot of attention.
Well, get us going. You've been on the program. You've watched it before. We always just love the story. What was your life like before you began working, for Hair Perfection?
So I graduated cosmetology school and high school in 2012. My life was a little crazy. So I went into a barber shop, worked for 5 years. I got told I was at top pay, and I just needed room for growth, and it just was not there. So I found the Summit Salon where I knew I had room to grow. There was no ceiling. I could go wherever I wanted to.
Yeah, and I was looking at some of the work on in the barbershop, and it was extraordinary work. But like you said, it sounds like you in at least in that environment, you get to a place and you're really really busy. But it's like you go into Summit, and all of a sudden it's the potential's exponentially greater.
Yes, and that's what I saw in Summit. I just saw where I could just keep going and going and going, and I just started, and I just can't wait to keep going. As far as I can take it.
So you go to Summit, they introduce you to the charts, they introduce you to the planners. Of course, you're on the receiving end of extraordinary coaching. I know that under Jennifer's leadership, that resource had to be a very big change for you there.
Yes.
And like what was that like going from where you were to there? I mean, it's almost too big to put it into words, huh?
It is. It is. It's just been so crazy. I mean, I just keep growing, and I watch other Summit Salon people. I watch their lives, and just seeing where it can go is just phenomenal.
So, I'm trying to wrap my arms around where you were a short time ago in income, and you're almost doubling where you were, and that's a transformational change. So, what's it like to be Lindsay now compared to what Lindsay was like, a year and a half, 2 years ago?
So we're super excited. I'm actually getting married in 2 weeks. So with this income growth, we will be able to get a bigger house, provide for our children. And it's just, life has just been, it's been great. And it's only going to get better.
Nice. And you're only 24.
24.
So you're on the very front end of just beginning to warm up.
Yes.
So you've come really really far in a very short period of time. What do you see for yourself in 2019 and beyond? What's next for Lindsay?
I just want to keep going, keep growing. Eventually, I want to have an associate of my own so I can show them the potential of Summit. And I just hope to empower young stylists that you can do it. You just have to put your mind there.
Yeah, I mean, you're almost like a poster child, born again Summit, service provider. It's just extraordinary. So I went before we get into your social media. There's going to be a whole bunch of people, Lindsay, that are going to watch this tonight and then over the next few days. And you're at a place now that, frankly, it's like 1,000 miles from where you were a short time ago. Having said that, there's a lot of people that are at where you were. They're watching. They're seeing your vision of what's possible. What might you say to them to give them some hope and inspiration to sooner rather than later to be standing in the place that you're standing at now?
I would just say keep going, keep trying, don't stop. If you think you're lost in this business, there is more. There's hope. Just keep going and following your dreams. Just it's worth it. In the end, it's all worth it. Just keep going.
I love it. Now, I was talking about you the last week or so. I was out in the world. I've been doing some blogging on you, and the idea that in your first month behind the chair, I think you sent me your numbers, and I think we were like Facebook messaging back and forth, and you got my attention right at
yes,
at $7,400 in service month one. You had 100 guests. 90 of them were referrals, and I know that you booked them over the next 90 days, but I mean, even if I divide that by 3, that's 30 referrals in your first month. You got another 30 coming at you this month, and then at least that much in December. How in the world did you get off to the lightning jolt that you're getting off to? I'm sure people are curious about that.
So I just post on social media all the time. I mean, if it's whether, I have a bathroom break or social media, I'm social media all the way because it's bringing people in the door. I have at least usually 1 to 3 people message me every day looking for an appointment. And it's because I post and I'm active and I engage with my followers.
Yeah, and so as I'm scrolling your page, I mean, it's an extraordinary page that whether you're using it as kind of your digital business card, a digital lookbook. I'm curious, like, people are going to watch it. They're watching tonight going, oh my God, she's got her first, month behind the chair. The hair is off the chart. The photography is off the chart. I mean, I'm scrolling and you couldn't tell, I'm working with Instagrammers that have been behind the chair and on Instagram for many moons, and I don't see the kind of work that you're doing. When did you do this work, and when did the photography take place? Like, how recent is this?
So all of that work was while I was in the associate program and while I've been on the floor. And my mentor through the associate program really helped me to up my photography skills. She really took the time to show me exactly how to make my page and my photography look good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just went to your very first post on Instagram. It's July 25th of this year. So this year, I mean, this is really recent. And then if I go to your last, your newest post, when I hit your first one, it was uploaded 5 hours ago. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, if I do, you know, July, August, September, October, like inside of 5 months, it looks like you've got 2 years worth of content here. So what you're saying is, from the time you were an associate, you began doing, you know, whether it was models or guests or whatever, and just any opportunity you could to capture that content. And actually, we're watching a video now of one of your posts. When it was that was actually the post 5 hours ago. Did you do this work today or was that yesterday?
That was today. That was a highlight I did today.
So how many times would you how many pictures would you take? How many photo shoots would you take in any given day on a typical day or a typical week? I know I gave that stat, but I want you to talk.
Everyone who gets color gets a photo shoot. Everyone. I usually do like 15 photo shoots a week, as many as I possibly can, so I have as much content as I can post.
How many? I just got a question. How many days a week does she post? And you're posting a few
I
times.
post every day, and I try to post 1 to 3 times a day.
So you're like, you are really in it to win it.
Yes.
And
even on my days off.
now, in the last chapter of your life, before you got to the summit, and before you get to hair perfection, how much into social media were you?
Personally, I was in it, but not so much. But now with the hair world, I mean, it's just taken off. It's just, my fiance yells at me all the time. He says, "Get off the social media." And I'm like, I can't. This is where the world is today. This is the world.
And so what was it? Was it any one or two things that kind of like rocked your world or turned on the lights where you went from wherever you were on social media? It's almost like now you're on social media at Mach 5, times steroids.
Yeah, so I actually went to your class 2 weeks before I went on the floor, and that just made a huge, 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 huge difference. I had used everything that you told us in the class and really just thought about it and put it to work.
Well,
and it's working.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and I'm seeing this now, so that the world. This is a picture that you put on your page, and
there we are.
Yeah, there you guys are. And we're going to talk to Jennifer in a couple of minutes, but it's really kind of cool because you posted that on September 23rd, and so you're saying that was like nitroglycerin on your bonfire.
Yes, that just made the world a difference.
Then the other thing I want to really cover, Lindsay, is you've got a highlight where it says product, and I want you to tell us about it, and I'm going to play it while you're telling, because it's just an extraordinary tutorial on Pureology. When did you do that? When do your guests see it? What kind of reactions do they have to it, and how helpful is it for you to sell retail?
Yeah, so I try to tell my guests, you really do need to use good products on your hair for it to stay the way it is. And I just want to educate them and show them exactly what they need. And, a lot of my clients do sit in my chair and say, "Hey, I saw this on your Instagram. Tell me more about it. Can you use it in my hair? Does it work?" And they usually end up buying something.
So, I'm counting the number of slides here, like it's going kind of in a slow-mo. It looks like it's about 5 or 6 slides. Did you create that all on the highlight platform, or did you use some other apps for some special effects?
So I use the Hype Type app to make them, and then I upload them on my story. And then once they leave my story, I put them on my highlight so that they're there for.
And when I was doing the intake, I forgot to ask you the app. What was the name of the app?
Hype Type.
Oh yes. So what I'm going to probably do is you'll text that to me, and then I'll post that under your interview, so that if people want to use it, they can. And I saw you do kind of an open close on a box. I mean, there's just some real simple animation there that really kind of gives it some magic, and it really creates some really cool effect. And it's yours. You produced it.
Yeah. Yep.
It was just pictures on this app, and then you put it on your stories, and then you put together a highlights, and it's boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, it's that simple. You just have to do it.
Yeah. So I just love this. And out of your 647 followers, how many of them are your guests?
Oh goodness, I haven't figured that out 100%, but a lot of them, I ask, are you on Instagram? Follow me, give me your phone, let me do it so you have the right person. So almost everyone that sits in my chair does follow me.
Well, when I really look at all the seemingly little things, which are big, it's not a mystery that you're able to book. We're about 6 weeks into you being behind the chair, and you have 90 referrals on your books right now. I would bet anyone that your 2019, you're going to crush 60,000.
I hope so.
I think, and that's why I want to stay close to you and bring you back for an encore, because if God forbid you just keep going, it's going to be really cool to watch you evolve as a social media Jedi. And now I think I have you in my secret group. Have I put you on that page yet?
Yes. Yes.
Nice. Now, I've got about 3-4 minutes left, and I know that Jennifer's there, and I really want the world to really see her. So bring her on. But before we do, let's give it up for Lindsay one more time. So is Jennifer still in the house? I want to make sure
she is. Jennifer is in the house.
All right, let's give it up for Miss Jennifer, will you guys?
Oh my God.
How are you?
I'm great. So, how are you?
Oh, just wonderful. And I thanks for, staying late and being there for us. Now, I know that you've been watching the interview and prepare. What's it like to stand witness to, Lindsay's growth? You're her leader, and as the leader, so be the staff. So we take responsibility for the successes and the less than, and this is just extraordinary. So what's going on with you tonight?
It's incredible. It's incredible, the energy, the positive energy that Lindsay's able to bring to the team, and the credibility to all of the summit strategies that we have in place. It's just proof inside of our salon. We're not just watching the success of all the other salons, which are wonderful, but it's just so wonderful to have all that here with us.
Yeah.
And for her to be able to share all of that.
And I know that Deb McMahon is your coach. I know that,
yes.
And I've met you guys, a month or so ago for a social media boot camp, and you're on fire.
Yeah, we are on fire. Hold on.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put you on the spot tonight. I would love to do a show, where you are the featured guest, and you can tell us, about the salon, your salon company, Hair Perfection, what your business was like before you got to Summit, what happened to you at Summit, and how that has changed you and your people, because there's a real story there, Jennifer. Would you agree to coming back to see us?
I would love to. I would absolutely love to.
All
I have
right.
an awesome team.
All right, so Lindsay, you're there. You're going to text me tomorrow so that Jennifer and I can begin the conversation, so that we can slate her to bring her to the world, because I think the world needs to hear the story and to see the results, because there's something magical and mystical and sacred and profound going on at Hair Perfection.
Yes, I will hook you guys up for sure.
Thank you, Michael.
Oh, thank you very much. And we're going to give it up for you one more time. Thanks, you guys. We'll text each other and keep the conversation going.
Bye. Thank you.
All right, we'll see ya. I can actually take you to the page that we were on. It's by the way, it's Hair by Lindsay. I'm going to go there now. You can see my mobile is there. Here we go, right there. And now we can kind of see it in full bore as it's coming up. You know, of course, Wi-Fi is not cooperating with me, but it'll catch up. And as we got there, you could see that her page. I'll kind of use this until there it is. It's cooperating for me now. So beautiful page. And as we were scrolling the page, first impression on that page probably looked like it was a page that, you know, there was 2 years of work. She's put that together in July, which is about 5 months. She did that while she was an associate. So associates now are doing very, very quick lightning speed on ramps. And Deb McMahon's on. She watched it and she's standing witness. These are the fruits of your coaching, Deb. You're amazing what you're doing. And the work here is wonderful work. There's a little bit of delay in here, but you can see that. I'll do it another way. Because this is gonna. It really deserves more than you know what we're seeing. So how do I want to get this off of this and see if I can just show my this here? So because I think I really want you to see the tutorial. She has one highlight. I'm going to press it so you can watch it. Look at this. I have not seen. Now she put that together. We'll put the app that she did that. She framed it. There's a little bit of animation there. It's a product tutorial. She put it on her stories and then took, I think there's like 6 or 7 slides there, put a highlight together. Her guests watch that. She's running at, isn't that cool how that works? So I really want you to watch this because this is where it's going now. You'll see social media masters beginning to use features like the highlight feature to do tutorials for their guests to watch while they're processing, and that's doing the heavy lifting on retail. So just an excellent. So let's give it up for one more time. Now, we always like to end because many of you are new. It's like our community now continues to grow on this page. This page, Michael Cole Summit, is, you know, of course, it's Facebook, and we are we're now just this side of 60,000 people. This tonight we're getting close to 10,000 views. When we do the tutorials, they're uploaded on Summit's YouTube page. This address is Michael Cole Summit. Summit is my last name, and this particular channel on Facebook has become like the social media training learning channel, you know, for the salon and the spa. So I hope that you come and do a drive-by here on a frequent basis because we're blogging, we're doing Facebook Lives. I don't want to say on a daily basis, but very, very frequently. And as I said tonight, I think, what was it, Rob? We did our 137th episode. So it's all good. I'm also live on the same handle on Instagram, Michael Cole Summit. So I really want to invite you to hang out there. You should be living on summitsalon.com, you guys. There's just too many digital tools, digital trackers, and it's free. So there really isn't, and there's many, many links on that .com now that'll get you to web, like YouTube's. And we're in an age now that you don't even have to watch a YouTube anymore. Just Bluetooth your mobile device to your car and use the YouTube. It's as much or more of a podcast as it is a webcast. So take advantage of that. Hang out in our product store. We've got some really cool products now. We've got a social digital planner that we're using we're now planning our day to fill up our windows of time with social media. So that's a whole new conversation. And then when you get to that page, you'll see that there's a video tutorial that lives right on the Summit Salon social digital planning page, so you can watch it right on the page. It's extraordinary. The high-end value, production value video, so please take us up on that. We have a social media online training team now that you really can get social media coaching. We use a platform called Zoom.com. We have a virtual course called Social Media Bootcamp Intensive, If you either call our 800 number or email us, we would be more than happy to put one of our coaches on either FaceTime them in or use the Zoom platform and do a free coaching for you. So I hope you take us up on that invitation. There it is, the Social Digital Planner. So take advantage of that. Find that on our product page. Watch the tutorial. You can actually watch the tutorial before you buy the planner. And like I said, the video is just an extraordinary video. We were talking in tongues that day. And then if you hit summitsalon.com/MC Live, you will get into a secret page of all the YouTube links of every Facebook Live interview that we've done, from the newest tonight all the way back to our first one 2.5 years ago. We were the very first to use Facebook Live 2.5 years ago, so it's just been just a glorious ride. We have digital calculators now where you can set financial goals for yourself for the year, W-2 income goals, and they automatically break it down into a daily service goal, a daily retail goal, and it's free. So you want to take advantage of that as well. We're going to squeeze an email address out of you so that we can, you're going to be in our Calc Club so that we can continue to notify you as we come up almost on a daily basis with new best practices to help you blow up your income. Of course, one of my favorites, the Summit Salon Tracking app. This is a measure what you treasure so that at the end of the day, you can log in your stats, your referrals, your repeats, your rebooks, your service, your retail, and then it automatically calculates it for you, tracks it for the day, week, month, and year, so that when you show up for your coaching on your mobile device, we're talking about your data. So it really is a measure what you treasure. Last but not least, I always like to thank our sponsors, L'Oreal PPD and all of their brands. Starting with Redken, we got Pureology, Matrix, we've got Baxter, SE, Kerastase, L'Oreal Professional, Shoe, Mazzani, L'Oreal Technique, Kerastase. These are all of the brands that really support the Summit work. PPD, thank you very much, L'Oreal PPD. They continue to put their money where their mouth is, and it allows us to bring programs like this to you at no charge. So take advantage of what they're gifting you, and please support them. Make them your brand, because when you make them your brand, it just allows them to support us in a way where we're in business for ourselves, but no longer in business by ourselves. And then, of course, the distribution arm of L'Oreal PPD is Salon Centric. Thank you, Salon Centric. And then our partners here, State Beauty Supply, as well as RDA ProMart. And last but not least, the Summit Salon Business Center. You heard Jennifer tonight. She just said some extraordinary things. This group, this faculty, this training ground continues to transform the lives of many people. I think we're just under 50,000 people in the Summit Salon community now continue to be transformed by their work. So it's just glorious to watch that happen. So we're out of time. Want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. And until next week, have a great week.